What is up, my beautiful chasers? This is Rad Chaser. I just wanted to yap at you real quick about the Indie World Showcase and the Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. And we may have the Son of Chaser chiming in a little bit later just to give you a couple of his thoughts as well.
Hey gang, Son of Chaser here. There is a reason I am called that. Nobody seems to know what it is. And I'm here today to talk about the Indie World Cross Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. Man, there are a whole lot of games here, and we're gonna get into Son of Chaser's top picks.
So, let's get chopping. First up, we've got Neva. I am pretty excited about this solely because it's made by the same production studio as the people who made Grease. That game was pretty sweet. It was chill, super like a nighttime kind of quiet game where you just sort of figure it out as you go. No real directions. You just sort of have to explore. So this game looks very similar. Neva is going to be a story with a wolf. I guess you're a character named Alba and you have to protect a little wolf cub named Neva from peril and dangers, of course. And then as Neva evolves and grows up a little bit, they're going to slide into the protector role. Let's take a look at this footage. It looks really beautiful.
First off, it was really cool that all of the indie devs had little featurettes talking about their games. On the Indie World side of things, Nova looks absolutely incredible.
Beautiful minimalistic look, but it's very rich in the art style as well. It's very, a little bit of both. It's very drawn in and very sprawling at times, so there's just a little bit of everything for everybody, and the music sounds pretty epic as well. Puzzles abound with a little bit of strategy just to solve your way out of these little predicaments. Ooh, this is going to be a good one to watch out for. So from the same design team that brought you Coffee Talk and Coffee Talk 2 comes Coffee Talk Tokyo.
We got Coffee Talk Tokyo that looks like a really interesting fly on the wall type of game.
It's got some nice 8-bit style art. It's very colorful, very bright. It looks like it's a visual novel, a lot of talking back and forth, interacting as well. Takes place in a nice cozy little cafe in the bottom of a skyscraper in Tokyo. You meet a lovable cast of characters. They just sort of go back and forth, it seems like. Looks like there's a little section where you are making coffee and matcha tea, etc., and doing little designs on top and then giving it to the guests as well. So you're the barista watching these conversations play out between people and sort of getting a little insight into these little people's lives. It's a little bit of fun. It's kind of like watching a little TV show. Lots of people looking for new beginnings. There's young people talking to old people and vice versa, sharing stories, talking about feelings, hopes, dreams, desires, etc. So a little bit of reading, of course, with the visual novel aspect. But hey, let's move on. Sea of Stars, Throes of the Watchmaker DLC. I've been wanting to get Sea of Stars. It's on my list to get. I haven't got it yet, but it's just a great looking game. It's, 16-bit era, throwback, of course, lots of homage here. This DLC, I can definitely see elements of like Chrono Trigger. I can see elements of Final Fantasy VI. Great visual style, cool looking characters, lots of adventure to be going on about here. Looks like there's some new job classes like Juggler and Acrobat, so this could be cool. Nice set of moves, like nice attacks. There's a new playable character in there named Artie. He looks like he's a machine, but he kind of resembles an anthropomorphic frog, so that's where I got that Chrono Trigger vibe from. It looks like there's a fight versus a train that's chasing you, and if we know anything about Final Fantasy VI, this is very reminiscent of that. And there's a character called the Puppeteer, and definitely giving me Kefka vibes, so this is definitely one to look out for. Morsels. Now this one looks fun. Fun little frenetic characters, crazy colors, action going on. Put out in part by Annapurna Interactive, who put out Stray, which I always shout out if I see that out and about in the world, so this has to be in the same vein. Just a strange little roguelike style game. Crazy art style. Little weird creatures. I can't tell if they're little pieces of poopy or flowers or little pigeons, etc. So a lot of moving parts in this one. Looks pretty cool though. You might have to stay on your toes for this one as well because it looks like there is some fast movement and some fighting and some craziness. Date everything. I don't know how to feel about this one. Basically, you're in a house and you can talk to and interact with household objects, appliances, etc., and ideas.
Date everything. Interesting take on the dating sim. You could literally date everything. The anthropomorphized items in your house. It just looks crazy.
As it said in the trailer, develop love interests, so it's kind of like a dating sim, it seems like. However, it's just with inanimate objects which are personified, and you have interactions with them. Some things you fall in love with, some things you just develop friendships with, and other things they just sort of downright hate you. Weird flex of a game, but hey, your boy Rad Chaser, he loves something weird, so this could be, it could be a good, I'm not doing weird shit with my hands, it could be a good one. Things like the vacuum cleaner, the cupboard and shelf, and Doug, your overwhelming sense of existential dread. Weird.
We of course got some games that are already out now. Peglin is a roguelike pachinko turn-based RPG. You're only going to see this kind of game from an indie dev. Big swing there. Pico Park 2, 8-player co-op platform game, looks super fun. And then of course we got Shovel Knight, Shovel of Hope DX.
Shovel Knight, Shovel of Hope DX. This thing looks like a banger. Killer platformer, lots of cool stuff. You can play 2 characters, looks like. I know I've been harping on bright colors, but bright colors, fast movements, I mean, this is the stuff that, you know, it makes a nice platformer, so this thing looks pretty cool. Metal Slug Tactics. Interesting flex on a tactics type game. They had another Metal Slug game come out in the last Nintendo Direct. This is going to be looks like a more tactical game. Now, I'm playing this Gaia, kind of in a similar vein of what I'm playing right now, so that's pretty cool. Pizza Tower, this thing looks insane. It looks like a 90s cartoon, or it looks like, you know, that cartoon Home Movies, or just like a Rocko's Modern Life or something like that. It's crazy. Fast moving, little levels that kind of look reminiscent of like Sonic the Hedgehog OG off of the Genesis. Wow. It just looks like it's nuts. I definitely want to get this and play through it. Insane looking wild characters. I mean, it's very reminiscent of, like I said, 90s cartoons, like, you know, Doug, Rugrats, Ren and Snippy style of cartoons. Crazy stuff.
And Pizza Tower, if you know anything about Son of Chaser there, he loves his pizza. This game looks like Rocko's Modern Life come to life.
Tetris Forever, just a great compilation of classic Tetris games, so you get to experience the classic look, like the Famicom game, the NES game, other ones as well. There's a big handful of Tetris games that are coming out, as you see here. Tetris, Tetris Bombliss, Hatris, Tetris Gaiden, Super Bombliss.
First up on Son of Chaser's list, Tetris Forever. This is Dr. Mario's lesser-known cousin. Every variation of Tetris you could possibly think of is going to be included in this package. It looks super sleek. It looks amazing. You get Tetris through the ages. You get competitive Tetris. You just get the whole... It's just Tetris. Just a whole bunch of Tetris.
Super Tetris 2 Bombliss? It's a good one. Goat Simulator 3, the sprawling sandbox adventure starring you as a goat. Do whatever you want. Just mess around with people, blow stuff up, fly, fall off stuff, make damage, do destruction, all that kind of stuff. Do all the hits, all the great stuff. Simulating, I've never seen a goat do any of this shit, but hey, Goat Simulator 3, Goat Simulator 3.
We got Star Overdrive. This game looks rockin'. It's almost like Breath of the Wild on a hoverboard. Interesting combat, cool cel-shaded graphics. This game's got it all. Son of Chaser is looking forward to this one.
The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky, the first, wow, sweet looking action RPG. They didn't show too much of it, but from the looks of it, it looks pretty cool. So I put it on my list.
We got the Capcom Fighting Collection. All these games are playable online with training modes in case you need to brush up on your skills. I won't need that if I'm taking on Chaser because I'm gonna whoop him. Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection is out now. That one's a classic.
Atelier Yumiya, The Alchemist of Memories, and The Envisioned Land. It took me a hot minute to memorize this while looking at the camera. To be fair, I have not played any Atelier games, but I've seen a lot and I know people who follow the games and collect the games. So, that said,
we got Atelier Yuma, The Alchemist of Memories, and The Envisioned Land. That one looks incredibly beautiful.
Let's get one, please. I need to broaden my horizons. I need to check out some new franchises. I think the Atelier would be a good one. Suikoden 1 and 2 HD remasters. Man, this is the year of the HD remasters. Good stuff. I'm not familiar with the Suikoden series. I don't think I've played any of them, but the game looks cool. It's got that 16-bit style to it that we all know and love. And by we, I suppose, I mean me and the son of Chaser.
And turning our sights towards the remasters of the day, we got Suikoden 1 and 2, the HD remaster. We got Tales of Grace's F remaster. Epic Mickey rebrushed, a classic of the Wii era.
I'm gonna have to clear up a lot of my schedule to get through all these RPGs, but I think it's gonna be worth it. Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake. They've revealed a little bit more of the gameplay here. They've revealed that you can kind of customize your characters, the colors and clothing, etc. A couple of classes. Monster Wrangler seems to be the one they showcased, so I think this is going to be cool. Obviously, you either capture a monster or, gain their abilities and then you can use them in battle. So,
oh, I almost forgot. Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake, and of course I didn't actually forget, this was the last one that I want to talk about. The countdown is on for this one. This is one of my favorite Dragon Quest games in the series, and now it's getting a full overhaul. They're adding new story and gameplay elements to it. This one is going to be absolutely amazing. It's my game of the year already, and it hasn't even come out yet. Dragon Quest III, cannot wait. That one's gonna come out in November of this year.
The son of Chaser and I can't wait for this one to come out. He's got the Super Deluxe Tip of the Toppy edition ordered. I still need to pre-order mine. I know I'm slacking, but I'm just gonna get the regular edition. It's fine. It's okay. It's cool. It's good. Castlevania Dominus Collection, including hits like Portrait of Ruin, Order of Ecclesia, and Dawn of Sorrow. If it's Castlevania, you know it's gonna be a good one, so you know you're gonna have to pick it up.
And of course, we got the Castlevania Dominus Collection. These were all previously DS releases, which is a good sign for the future, because a lot of these games Son of Chaser didn't really play, because as much as he loves a lot of these handheld titles that have come out, Son of Chaser prefers to do his business on a console, on a big old TV. And as we know, some of the best Castlevania games have only come out for handheld consoles. This one includes Dawn of Sorrow, Portrait of Ruin, and Order of Ecclesia. Cannot wait to get my hands on that one.
This is a classic series. Go for it. There's not much else to say about it. Tales of Grace's F Remastered, great action RPG, or so I've been told and seen. The classic tale of youngsters finding each other and then becoming lifelong friends. You can't go wrong with that. They're going to go through trials and tribulations just like a lot of people in these RPGs. So I can't wait to see how this one, I mean, it looks great. It looks pretty. I'm loving these remasters. I'm loving these new games. They're simultaneously sparking nostalgia for the old days, as well as breathing a little bit of life into an old game. Quality life improvements abound. Always a good sign. Stuff like destination icons, stuff like toggling random encounters on and off. Just things that, you know, sometimes weigh the game down, make it a little more clunky because it's not the way it used to be back in the day anymore. And in true Nintendo fashion, they saved a banger for last. Yakuza Kiwami? Yo, the game that started it all? This is gonna be a good one. Set in Kamurocho, Tokyo. A young girl and a Yakuza. Their two fates will intertwine.
And of course, the big stinger at the end, Yakuza Kiwami is coming out for the Switch. This game looks beautiful, and as you know, the brothers Chaser are huge fans of the Like a Dragon series. Cannot wait to get our hands on this one.
Different fighting styles, use your hands as weapons, or find makeshift weapons such as chairs. And if you get bored of fighting... you can distract yourself with a little bit of mahjong, or put yourself in the bullpen and play a little baseball. That's gonna do it for now, Chasers. Just a quick reflection on some of these new games coming out. I mean, it's a great time to be around. It's a great time to be picking up remasters of games, new stuff, indie stuff. I mean, it's nice that, you know, anybody can put out a game. Smaller companies can put out, you know, like a little bit of a more off the beaten path kind of game. A little more, you know, indie style. Not a huge mainstream AAA title, but it's still a fun game. You still find a little bit of fun in it. You'll play it by yourself, play it with a friend. Anyway, thanks so much for spending time with me. Thanks to the son of Rad Chaser for chiming in where he did.
That's gonna do it for me, the son of Chaser. Tons of games on the horizon, and I'm hoping to play them all. So until then, gang, keep chasing them.
And we'll see you in the next one. And until then, keep chasing them.
I love Rad Chaser. He is handsome and smart.